Welcome to She Said We Said. It's 2024, y'all.
Woohoo!
I'm Kat.
They've already been drinking a little bit. Not like before, normally, when we normally drink. But
No shots.
I'm Candy. And you want to introduce the guest today?
And we have a special guest today, Jamese.
Hi.
Jamese, I'll let Jamese tell you guys who Jamese is.
Ooh, where do I start? So, I'm from the city of Richmond, California, and I've been in the program management sector for over 20 years for young adults that are at risk, as well as underemployed residents in my community. It's been about 20 years for nonprofits in oil and gas. And I recently started my own business in executive administration, public speaking, HR consulting, and training workshops.
Nice. What's the name of the business?
Oh, honey, thanks for asking.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think it's so original. Okay, it's called Business Savvy Solutions,
Okay.
but the way that you spell it is BIZNESS.
Okay.
Savvy.
Ooh.
Solutions.
She been
That's cute.
turned up since she came through the door. Just her whole personality has been on point. That's important because I was reading. I'm a reader, right? But I was reading like a lot of when it comes to being successful in business, a lot of it is likability, right? A couple of billionaires was like going through this talk, and I'm reading like all their articles, and that's like one of the things that's just common is like, first of all, before you can even get a word in, it's almost like first impressions, but you have to be likable. Your personality has to be welcoming, you know what I mean, for them to even want to engage with you. So you got that hands down.
Oh,
Hands down.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
She's not paying me to say that either. That's a part of the thing. So today we are going to, she's going to be our co-host today. This is a topic that I kind of wanted to talk about. I mentioned it to Kat yesterday because for whatever reason, it's got these fellas in a frenzy over Drea. You know who Drea Michelle is from the Basketball Wives?
Oh,
Have you heard about her?
Drea.
Why she trying to play some? So the problem,
that was my problem yesterday.
Right.
She said she gave her Drea Michelle.
I
I
said
was like,
Drea Michelle, so
who is
that's why I took the Michelle off Drea. But whether you're familiar with Drea or not, she was on Basketball Wives. That's where mostly everyone came
LA.
to know of her.
So you know, I'm a Basketball Wives girl. She's from the LA.
From the LA group. Okay. And she was known at the time to have been, I don't want to say passed around like the NBA, but she was kind of like a well-known side chick.
The video
girl, side chick, messing with all these NBA
coming
ballers.
She was the light-skinned video girl.
Is that the one where she got beat up by her fiance?
Ooh.
Did that happen? No, I don't think that was her. Was it?
Who got beat up on it?
She was
'Cause that
dating
would
some football player. And,
Oh, maybe
no.
that was her. Was
was
that?
that her?
She was the one. Y'all just so y'all know.
Oh, no. You
that
talking
was her?
about Evelyn.
Yes.
Got beat up by
okay.
Ocho
Yeah.
punched in the
Yeah.
eye.
No, that
on
wasn't
the
her.
forehead.
Right.
Evelyn's.
One of the
Remember,
places.
Evelyn's from Miami originally. Look, we gotta keep them with their cities. That's
I
all.
don't care.
But Drea is the one.
You close though.
Okay,
You
I'm
close.
getting
She's
there.
on that
I'm
show.
getting there.
She's on
Okay,
that
I'm getting
franchise.
there.
Jackie.
Yeah. I know Jackie.
Remember her daughter and the was dating the guy and they walked up on like on one episode they were walking up on Drea and her dude and it was like a Jackie daughter was dating the same dude that Drea was
Oh,
dating.
it's starting to come to me now. Okay, now I remember.
Show her a picture of Drea.
Hey, give me a little
'Cause
visual. I need visual.
I couldn't remember who Drea was yesterday. I didn't even know what Drea did.
You don't even know what she looked like to discuss the topic.
Oh, is she?
So the
okay.
topic is she is 39.
Uh-huh.
She already has children, but she is
By two other athletes.
she is pregnant.
I'm just saying. I'm putting it
Kat
all
be
out
having
there.
all the details. She is pregnant by a 22-year-old a 22-year-old basketball player. So all the dudes is just
Wait,
like,
before you
How old is she?
She's
39.
39. She got a son his age.
yeah, she got a son. I was getting it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just found all the juice yesterday.
So
Let me sip.
Let me sip on that too. She said.
So I was trying to get to that. So that's part of the drama. So the problem is, for one, people kind of, her character being exposed to being on TV, her character was kind of just like, she just one of those girls. Because I think on one episode somebody was trying to say she was sleeping with Shaq or something, and his ex-wife Shawnee was on there or something like that. So she already kind of had a reputation, so to speak. So now here we are, fast forward all these years later, and now she's back in the news because
allegedly
her son, apparently she has her son who's 22, but now she's pregnant by this 22-year-old basketball player. So all the dudes is just like, she took advantage of him. If that was a man with a young woman, he would be labeled a pedophile, a rapist. She secured the bag, like, another, just like they mad. Wow. So as older women, I'm an older woman, so as older women, I have my own opinion about the situation. I think Kat's might have been a little bit different. We didn't go into too much details, but because you're our guest, I'm going to start with you. So we're going to go back to the scenario. 39-year-old woman dating a 22-year-old male who is the same age as her son. First of all, do you like younger men? Have you ever dated a younger man?
Occasionally. But that's not where my usually go-to is.
Okay.
In regards to that, I think it's a little trivial because I have adult daughters, and I'm really skeptical about dating a dude the same age as my daughters.
Okay.
But at the same time, I understand, even though, we're all seasoned women, we're the bomb. And so we do tend to attract younger men. They're able to bring things to the table that an older man cannot.
Wait, no. What's that again?
They can bring stuff to the table that
older men cannot.
Sexually,
I mean, it could be the mental stimulation. It could be making her feel young. It could be a plethora of things. But me personally, I wouldn't date a man the same age as my daughters. Okay. You gotta at least be older than my daughters.
Okay. Yeah, and that's where I was with it when we talked about it a little bit yesterday. Yeah. I said, I just don't. I wouldn't even want my daughter or son to date a person that's my age.
Yeah.
I don't want to be your mama.
Right.
I want to be your mama, but not your mama.
You said it different, but the same way
though.
She is.
I don't want to be.
Mama is what mama?
I want to be a mama. That's like
not a mammy.
I don't want to be a mom. I want to be a mama.
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh.
So I need a.
It's only mimosas today.
I swear it is. This is all natural.
And it's only been a couple since, because
it's
you, natural.
But I just want. First of all, I'm looking at it like I have a 29-year-old. So when I look at
30 is a pretty good age though to date. I mean,
I've dated. Don't get me wrong. I've dated. Dated younger. I just had a bad experience with dating the younger men. Now I'm gonna tell you, like, it's some things it was good, but then it's like, if we're looking at the reality that men still, hey, I know y'all gonna be mad, but men still are immature, slower than women.
Yeah. So
at 48. I don't even think I would date anyone who was 30. Mm-hmm. That's 18 years different. I could be your mama.
Mm-hmm.
When these young,
but not.
No. But if you was like 35, I could be your mama.
I can't stand it. I cannot stand it.
You gotta hit 35. And then I could be your mama. I mean, but not but why are we doing it? 20. I mean, I guess if I was 39 or 48, and I lived in that world. It depends on what world you put yourself in. To me, those certain women put themselves in those worlds for a reason. Mm-hmm. I think all this certain things you hang out in certain areas. You go to these clubs. You look for these guys because you know that I want that. Like we want you. If we sit down and say, okay, I want a man who work at Chevron. I want this. I gotta go to places with Chevron men hang out, right?
Exactly. Yep. Absolutely. So I can tell you where they at too. I used to work for Chevron.
Really?
Yeah. Off topic. My bad.
Off topic. No, that's okay. Sidebar conversation. Where they at? But at our age, I mean, I think we're looking for. I mean, for me, I'm looking for. What's your pension looking like now? Because I mean, at this age, I mean, at my age, I'm thinking like. as a woman getting closer to her 50s, I think that I'm looking for the last, 30 years of my life.
Mm-hmm. We on the other side.
So when
we
you
on the
think
other side
about
of
her,
coin.
she's 39, but she's a TV, whether you want to call her a TV reality personality or a TV star. She started her own line, her own business, so she has money.
Off of video.
So for her, she's having a baby, which I would assume she can financially support with or without him. So like some of the things you might be looking for, it's possible that she don't care whether she get married or have a pension and all that other stuff.
Well, yeah, because if she uses her body to make her money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a part of that, in my opinion, I think you're gonna have to make these babies with these athletes because that's your child support. Because I mean, I guess so. If you getting like $30,000, $50,000 a month.
She sure ain't gonna get it from that 22-year-old.
Not from 22-year-old.
Not no money.
Well, she gonna get money from him because he's a basketball player.
Oh, he is?
Oh, yeah, he got guaranteed
he's a
money.
basketball
Oh, he's a basketball player. Oh, see, I didn't know that.
He's a 22-year-old basketball player. So the comments
he got a long career.
The comments are,
yeah.
She's secured a bag, which I don't agree with, the child support bag. Anytime whether she's a reality star or an average person, I've been saying this the whole time. He gonna have to pay child support to any woman he's with,
but
whether they're famous or not, if he chooses to be with them without being married.
But what we say about the athlete bag, let's just call it. And ladies, let me just tell y'all something what I heard. Well, for sure. Forget the basketball players. I mean, I think basketball players are the next ones. NFL's they don't have to guarantee money, but them baseball players, I'm just saying.
Ooh. Baseball? Okay.
Yeah. They got guaranteed good money.
Ooh.
So boy, Evelyn, no, look at them basketball wives. You're like, I'm just saying. But I think the average person, like women like us, our child support is not going to be what if we went with an athlete and had a baby. No, I'm not. No, I'm saying if we have babies if I have a baby by a man that's making
by Earl.
Why you gotta have a name like Earl?
Who's Earl? I'm just throwing a random. It's some Earls out there that got kids.
But I think I sometimes names.
Damon? You want to try to? Michael? Mike?
No, it's my brother named Michael.
Well, okay, let me be quiet. What name you want?
Name. I want some Tyrone.
Okay, you got a baby by Tyrone. Tyrone that ain't got no money ever.
Jaquan. That's a strong, kingly name.
You probably walk in like you see me, I can pick you up. My name's Jaquan.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
let me stop that because in Jaquan probably somebody is 25.
Right. He gonna be hitting you up. You gonna watch your DMs.
I seen you. You was talking about me.
No, you want to beat somebody's mom.
You gonna be
Wham. What's up with that?
You don't want no diapers to change around here.
Pampers.
But what I was saying was like, I have a baby by the average Joe. My child support might be a couple of $100.
Right.
For one child, she have a baby. She ain't gotta really work. You got 3 kids. See, the perspective for me is when you got 3 kids by 3 different men by 3 different athletes.
That's just the men that she chose. So if we being honest, not every and that's not even the man that she chose. A lot of these dudes is going into these women's DMs. They know who Drea Michelle is before that young dude. That young dude
in my DMs
was in the league.
Right.
I'm pretty sure his fellow athletes told him who she was. Like once he started seeing her, he probably knew who she was already, right? Because she's been on TV. He probably had a crush on her.
50 Cent ain't never in my DMs.
Have a baby by me. Be a millionaire.
Have a baby by me. He said it. I'm like,
I can't even have no kids, so it ain't no use to be nobody getting in my DM. Well, that's probably gonna make.
Well, nowadays,
right? Because you know,
now that
my eggs might be a little scrambled, but then maybe I can put them in somebody else.
What?
You know what?
I'm answering.
I need to check your cup. Maybe you put something in there after I pour.
Right, exactly. Like,
I'm watching you today. You might have put something. Is it something? So that circle, right? that circle is a certain circle of people who are constantly in there,
Yeah.
whether they're friends, sisters, or whatever. So she's always been in that circle where she's always dated athletes and she's always doing that. The average woman is not in that circle, right? We don't. So we are all product of our environment. So we deal with the men that are on our level, right?
Yeah.
We're not basketball friends. We're not basketball wives. We don't have nobody in that circle. So, but if we did, we would be in that circle, probably dating those type of people.
So is that
too.
why I'm still? I used to date the thuggish, ruggish bones. And that's
Right.
it was in my
Probably
circle.
in Richmond. You came from
Exactly.
Richmond.
The barrio. So I mean, exactly.
Rue,
And that's
is that
the
right?
point.
Look at Rue.
Is that right?
That's why she got the thugs, right? She came from Richmond. So I'm just saying,
Let
like,
Oakland tell it we rough.
we used to be.
No, it's about us women. Like the Oakland men meet us and they be like, "Oh, you from Richmond? Oh, y'all
They
crazy."
used to be. I don't.
I'm not crazy though.
Better.
A little touch, maybe.
Yeah, I
but
can act
not
crazy, but I'm not crazy.
Just don't play with me.
Oh,
I don't have time for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Makes sense.
Is that-
my motto is throughout just life and traveling around the world and just period. If you can make it in Richmond, you can make it anywhere.
yeah.
And you know, and I've test proven that multiple times, and it's actually true.
It is very true.
I'm proud of my city. I love repping Richmond.
Absolutely.
I
Aww.
really do.
That's
I'm glad to be a
good.
born and raised Richmond, California girl.
Aw.
I am because I see. I mean, we got so much good that don't get portrayed sometimes. Like I remember when I was little. I probably was a teenager. I guess when Boys in the Hood came out and Reggie was in Boys in the Hood. I was like, he's from Richmond. Yeah, no right. I was singing. I was like, hey, Reggie.
What up, folks?
I was like, he was
Dated him and had a baby by him.
Be a man now.
Then you would have been in the actors. You would have been in the circle of actors and probably dating all the actors.
out of all the Richmond men that day.
You brought him up. You I was just saying, like, you was an actor, so you could have did that. But
Out of all the Richmond men that made it,
again, you could
she
have.
got me on him.
I think once we get used to a certain type of lifestyle, if you ever had the opportunity, sometimes it's hard to go back. So if you ever got the opportunity where you dated a man that was of a celebrity status, showed you this type of world, I've known a couple females that have been exposed to that. You know, sometimes it's kind of hard to come back to this reality because it is a different type of world. Things happen differently, things move differently. You're exposed to so much, but then you make these connections, and if you maintain them, then you are able to maintain being in that circle of people and dating those circle of people. So I don't think nothing wrong with her dating multiple basketball players. That's the role that she's in. That's the level that she's in. So that's fine. But
So, do you ever think with that kind of stuff? Do you ever think to yourself like, why didn't they marry her though? Like, what's going on with that? I mean, I say maybe she don't want to get married, but when we're having all these babies by these athletes and we're in that circle, why none of these?
No,
Because if the 22-year-old don't wipe her,
it must be some.
I would
Clearly
he
not right.
too young to wife her. But again,
no. If he's
make a
young enough
baby,
to make a, if he old enough to make a baby, he can make a wife.
yeah, but I mean, he's 22. He's too young. I think for most older women, we already know if you get a young 22-year-old, I would never date a 22-year-old, but I know what I'm getting if I dated or if I wanted to hang out with a 22-year-old.
But we've seen this just play out with in the media with Keisha Cole. She crazy too. Shout out to Keisha Cole, love you, girl.
After you didn't call her crazy.
She is crazy. She done did Birdman in.
Shout it out.
I mean, I love her, but I'm saying she crazy. I mean, she had a baby, that second baby by a younger dude, and she went off the rails. Like,
I think regardless of where we are in life, whether we become famous celebrities or not, our core, who we are at the core, never changes, right? She was from Oakland and has only been exposed to so much, so she was probably choosing them type of niggas that she grew up choosing. So this time she thought maybe getting a younger dude, she probably would have had more control over the situation. You know what I mean? And probably could manipulate
And
it
be
and
able
get
to kind of better
and
mold
you know what I
it.
mean, and have something better. But again,
so that's a
he's
good
young.
point, though. Do you think sometime, because I'm gonna be honest, what do I have in common with a 22-year-old? Sometimes I don't have enough in common with a 25-year-old, a 28-year-old. So what at 48? What can me and a 22-year-old really talk about?
That would be a personal choice.
Because you have not experienced. That's like, okay, for instance, real quick.
You could talk about, the Ratchet TV You
And
know,
I just
now
got
that-
to
What do you want to
that.
do with his
And
life,
the
and maybe you want to
zoos,
help him
Be,
get.
you know, help
So I'm
to
gonna help him
mold
with his-
him and
I don't want to do it.
bring
I don't
him
want that.
up.
And once again, I don't want to be his mama.
You want to be the
His mama.
Okay.
So 22, I can't be your mama. Like, I don't want to help you
Jamese
evolve.
mentioned before when you was talking about it though, you made a comment about feeling young again. Maybe you know
Oh.
she's dating a young man because the way that a young man makes her feel. You know what I mean? It depends on you, but I'm saying like it's not like it's the way they made it seem like she sought him out. He probably sought her out. You know what I mean?
He
He probably
probably
got in
did.
her DMs. He was persistent. Younger men are very persistent
They are
when it comes
persistent.
to older
They
women.
are.
They think they know it all.
Yeah, because I've
they
met
think
them.
they can do
They be
whatever.
like, they be trying to talk
you
to
used
you.
to be
Yeah.
one of them.
Exactly.
Rue used
Good
to be
morning,
one
good
of them. We
afternoon,
agree.
good night.
Right,
How
they
are
be
you?
very, very
Yeah.
persistent. So it could have been one of
Absolutely.
those things where she was
That's
like,
what
"Boy,
she
get out of
needed.
here," and he just
Yeah.
kept on. And she was like, "Okay,
And
I'm
I
gonna turn
think-
you out one time," and then boom.
When I've met young guys, and say for instance, like we all know, like Tamika Foster,
Yep.
that's your baby mama / ex-wife.
But he
She got
dates
2
older
kids.
women all
He
the time.
dates
That's
older women.
Maybe he like older
Yeah.
women.
So that's what I'm saying because guys have tried to talk to me and I'll be like, how old are you?
Right. First
Because
thing
you know,
we ask.
and then they're like, I'm 25, but I'm 35 and I'm mature.
In my mind.
In my mind. And then I'll be
My
like,
pants.
you're just a baby.
Right.
And they get offended. Them young boys get offended because they be like, I'm not a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told one guy, I was like,
They don't want to listen.
I'm old enough to be your mama.
You
But
little
you
bit
ain't my
behind
mom.
the ears.
Boy, you don't want none of this milk.
You know nothing about it.
You better not have it. You better not.
You want some of this? Boy,
That's going on punishment after this episode. I'm putting her
I don't know
in
what's in
timeout.
these remotes.
I'm putting her in timeout.
But they-
We are not having milk. We are not giving out milk.
Like, you want some milk?
Please
Little
not
milk for the
giving out
baby.
milk.
Little milk for the
Come
baby.
here, little baby. Sit on mama lap.
I got a small confession. Because
Oh.
I do not like.
You got a confession? These are my
Ooh,
confessions.
no.
You came up, you rose about that shit. It ain't even Easter yet, boy. She rose like Jesus about that shit. I said I had a secret. I don't talk. I expose things, so it ain't really a confession, but I did. I don't like younger men. I've always been like that, but I did try to entertain one at one point.
How
I
far
tried
did you
to
entertain?
How did it go?
I did not sleep with him. I couldn't even get past. I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed. And I remember he was super cute, super handsome, super
They be
cute.
so
young
cute.
He was tall, just a little
Little
cutie
swag.
pie.
They got a
Again,
little swag.
aggressive. And I was like, you know what, Candace, you always turn away. But I was like, you know what, this time I'm not really doing too much, whatever. It's cool. We ended up going to Applebee's. Okay. We went to Applebee's. Had a drink or two. He is explaining to me how he's in between jobs.
Uh-oh.
How he got fired because they was hating on him
Uh-oh.
from some other stuff. Then he had his phone and kept trying to get me to look at this. I don't know if it was a podcast or a video. Look, see this? You see this? You see? Read this, and then it's like, yeah. So anyway, I'm just like,
no.
but Candy, he 22, right? You already know what you get into. But I can tell you that off the bat, he just automatically assumed that sex was on the table, right? Because he's dated older women before, and he felt like he already knew what it was. It was already, like it's all about sex, and he cool with that. They take good care of him, they feed him, they screwing him, whatever. He was good with that, and he was just like, man, I date older women all the time. I date women with kids. He didn't have no kids. And see, that's another thing for me, because at the time I had children and I didn't want no more. So that's another thing that always turned me off against younger men, because you got your whole life to live, and I'm not gonna be able to do that anyway. So that means we already temporary anyway, right? So, but then we went out, whatever, went back home. So he wanted to come over for breakfast, and I'm like, well, okay, I ain't really tripping. I was making some eggs, and he said, I don't eat hen nut. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, good. I'm talking about the eggs.
So when you crack
From
an
my head down
egg,
to my legs.
when you crack an egg and it's that little white
Yeah,
little
that
string
little
is
string.
flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wanted me to go through and dig through the eggs and get all the hen
I'm not
out of
doing
there
all
because
that
he
for
don't
you.
eat
Well,
hen nut.
I'm gonna eat my
And I was
hen
like,
nut.
I had never heard of that, but it was
Hen
like this
nut.
crazy thing, and just I cooked, I did whatever, but the conversation was just garbage. right? I wasn't interested in him sexually, right? Even though he was cute, but I wanted to feel what this was like, right?
Yeah.
But I was so ready for him to go home and just so annoyed. And he was just kind of like, he was 22, so there was a little bit of a obnoxiousness in him, you know what I mean? He really didn't have much of a conversation. Again, not to say that he was broke. I don't expect you to have a whole bunch of money at 22 anyway, but he didn't have a job. He was, staying with somebody. He didn't know what he was going to be like. He was just unsettled. So maybe having all those older women, gave him like a solid place to lay, but I wasn't interested. I had young kids too. I wasn't interested in taking on no additional responsibilities.
Right.
But you know that going in. So that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I wouldn't do it before a woman who's maybe lonely and she ain't tripping because she got money. So yeah, she'll take him in and she'll help him out. And she don't mind feeding him and all that. I'm sure at some point something is wrong with her a little bit in the sense that she would allow herself to just settle with that versus finding a man that can support her and help her out instead of taking on that burden, because that's more what it is.
That's another child.
It's like another child.
I've tried this 3 times. Maybe that's about 3 times you're out.
How old were they? Well, or what was the age?
And I was let me see. I was probably like, the first time I dated a young person, it was 2007. And they were like 24. And I was like in early 30s.
24 and you were early 30s?
Yeah.
That
so it
ain't
wasn't
too
that bad.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
I will say that me and this person, they had drama. We didn't sleep together, but
Did you want to?
Kind of, but no, not at that time, because I thought they were really sweet though. Like, because he had a baby mama, a young baby mama, and he was like but they weren't together, and he come over to my house and try to talk. I had just like got a divorce and just being, trying to be open, like, okay, well maybe, I'm still young, so in your 20s, okay. And he was nice. And he did the most sweetest thing for me. I will say he did the most sweetest thing for me because he listened, and maybe because he had nobody either. But it was fine because I cherished it because I still had it. So I love Tinkerbell. I'm a big Tinkerbell fan. So one day he was like, he called me. He was like, can I come over? I was like, sure. He would come over and he'd like sit down and I would cook and he would just tell me his problems. Baby mama this, blah blah blah. And my parents, he lived with his parents, so so I was just an outlet really. He used to come out and meet me at the bar. So one day he came over and he's like, I got something for you. I was like, okay. And he had put in this little box. I'm opening it up. It was a picture of Tinkerbell and he colored it. He colored it.
Crayon to crayon.
Yes, color pencils.
Oh, pencils.
Color pencils.
Oh, that's
and he colored my, so
the baby. Yo.
And you still got it?
Yeah. And I'll tell you why I got it. Because I said, damn, that was like one of the most meaningful gifts someone you could give somebody.
Yeah.
I'm very
Took the time.
He took the time to color it. And he colored it in line. It was perfect. Tinkerbell. I was so happy. Like, oh, my Tinkerbell.
I hope he wouldn't go out the line. How old was he? 22?
He was like 24.
He should at least be that disciplined enough not to go outside the line.
I'm mad at both of y'all.
So that was my first experience.
Because you just brought this story. You just talked about this story right now. You said that was the most meaningful gift. So out of all these years.
Out of the young gifts.
The young crowd.
Oh God. She said that's the most meaningful. Out of the young three.
He colored the Tinkerbell.
He took time to color it. Like he colored, first of all.
He probably did.
He had to go get a picture of Tinkerbell.
It was therapeutic.
Y'all make me feel. I heard that.
Go ahead and color.
Color Tinkerbell for my boo. Tinkerboo. That
he
was
brought it
Tinkerboo,
over there. I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, okay.
That's probably better than $40. Is that better than $40? Would you take the Tinkerbell because he thought about it, or would you just take the $40?
No, I think the Tinkerbell. And then I took him.
It probably took him more than 2 hours to make it, so that's probably $18 an hour. So you came out ahead. Oh. He went to
Bellies with us one time.
I remember Pepper Bellies. Yes.
Pepper Bellies.
It's Meridian Lounge now, right? No, Pepper Bellies. No, that was
closed.
Yeah,
it was
Pepper
Pepper
Bellies
Bellies
caught on fire.
Yeah, on fire.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Fairfield, yeah.
Yep.
We went to see, I had some family come out. We all went to see some more up there. And
He came with you?
Ain't that
Yeah,
nigga Long's
he was my-
sister?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was my date because we were all, everybody had people had dates. And then, so my cousins, they met him for the first time. And I was kind of, so they came, they really grown men, right? So they were dressed in like 3-piece suits. I mean, it was one of my cousin's birthdays. And it was just a big event. And then he came in and he wasn't dressed right. And he was like,
What did he have on?
He had on
You
like,
want to guess first? You want to guess what he had on before you tell us?
Like
What you
titty
think he had on?
shoes, a baseball cap, and some
he
sweats.
didn't wear a baseball cap. He had the button-up shirt.
Oh, he had a button on.
And then he had some, but he had jeans on, black jeans. He had some titty shoes. But he was like, you didn't tell, when he seen them, he was really like heartbroken because he was like, why didn't you tell me they were going to dress like that? And in my head, I'm like, well, you could have dressed like that.
I figured you should already know.
I said, that is, they style, like, no matter what. That's, those brothers, that's how they dress. So, everybody loved him, though. He was, a cool guy.
What did he do when he get mad at you? Did he draw you paint you another?
No, because we
Did
didn't
he
get
color
that
you
far.
another picture? I'm mad.
Of one of Tinkerbell's friends.
Now,
Tinkerbell
got a face.
Knife through it, crossed out. Two black eyes, a Tinkerbell black eyes. Did he do another picture when you made him mad? Because if he did that, loving you, liking you, I wonder what you got.
And do you still got it?
Y'all is cold.
She said it this time.
Well, I mean, I was not like, oh, this is the only thing I'm gonna get from him is Tinkerbell.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
I mean, so long story short, I'm not good with the younger guys.
Well, I think I paid for the Applebee's meal, so at least you got a picture.
At least I got a picture.
I might have paid for the drinks and the apple, even though he took me and I drove. So
And he took you, he invited you out,
yeah,
and
and
then
I
you ended up
drove-
paying for it. See, that's some bullshit.
And then their mind don't be
it- it-
there.
it-
online.
it-
you know what? I
clicking,
got
you
it. I ain't
know?
even tripping, right?
It's like it's Applebee's, two for 20.
I
Oh, it probably
It was a happy hour.
Was it happy hour?
I just knew that I was doing it the first time, because I was like, I don't deal with young dudes for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not attracted to them. But I was like, let me give it a shot. Then I was like, I was right.
And then
I
they
touched
lied
it.
too. Like I had one that
touched it.
lied. I was like, so it's like I feel like I'm being your mama, and I don't want to be that.
Yeah. I think I've had one experience that I can remember with a younger guy. I know he was over 25, because that's the students population that I teach is 18 and 24.
Okay.
So I would never date anyone
In that.
under,
Okay.
within that age range. And he worked. We actually worked together. And he was a little cute little thing, got a little swag, and he was a rapper.
Oh, he was
right?
an office
He was a
bro,
rapper.
man?
Right?
Oh, and he was a rapper.
And he worked, and he was a rapper, right?
That fall right into our
Yes,
category.
support his dream.
Look,
Right.
thug,
Support his
rapper,
dreams.
whatever. You got two criteria.
Thank you, and he was pretty good at it too.
Okay.
So I'm like, so I got at him,
Oh,
and so yeah, we dated for a little while. The sex was amazing.
okay.
But one time I wasn't feeling well.
How was his stamina?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So is the stamina different from the?
Oh, Lord, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. So
Makes sense.
we had intercourse and it was good.
Okay.
And
You're not using the proper verbiage.
intercourse. It was so good that I introduced him to my daughters, and they were young at their age.
Oh,
He was in
oh,
the
he was
house.
good.
He was in the house.
He was
now.
up in the house.
He had a drawer next
he
to
had
the
a
bed.
drawer. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
he
You
had a
could
drawer.
be here because usually my thing is like
Toothbrush
keep
in the
it separate.
bathroom.
When you get a
You know,
drawer,
yeah, I keep,
Yeah, he
you
got
don't
a
meet
drawer.
my daughters. You gotta be gone before they wake up, or we gonna go somewhere else.
Right.
That was my motto. But yeah, it was so good, and the connection along with sex. You know, he was in the house.
Okay.
So one day I wasn't feeling well, and I was like, "Can you cook the girls something to eat?" You know, at that time I was really into domesticated men because I had young girls, I was a single mom, and I was out there building my career, making these coins, right? It was some macaroni and cheese.
And
He didn't make it.
No,
It was macaroni.
it
and
was
cheese.
macaroni and cheese. It wasn't even homemade. It was from the box.
Is that it? That's all you got?
That's all he made.
That's what they like. That's what I give them a little snack. Give the girls.
Okay.
Give them. I didn't expect to cook a full meal, but it's a little snack.
Okay.
He couldn't make the damn macaroni and cheese, and
the
that
box?
was out the box. That means he couldn't follow instructions. He don't know how to cook.
He can't boil eggs. He can't make no.
He
can't even make tuna.
yeah. So that's a deal breaker for me.
Oh.
So everything was great. You moved him in the house.
I
You
didn't
got a
move him in.
drawer?
He
Or
was
not,
just-
I'm
Just
sorry.
had a drawer.
He had a drawer.
He still lived over there.
He had a drawer.
He still lived actually with
He
the
had a
mom.
toothbrush probably. He was in the house. You
Yeah, we
introduced him
was
to his
vibing.
kids. Everything is vibing.
He messed
And
up
the
with that
one
mac
time
and cheese.
you asked him to cook, he couldn't make mac and cheese.
It was
and
over.
That was a deal breaker
You
for
probably
me.
broke that man's heart.
Well, he'll be all right. He about 30 something. At least hopefully he learned how to cook.
I love the lack of concern.
You know, lesson. We have to teach these younger men
And
things,
see,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
Do we have to?
No.
Do we
I
have
mean,
to teach him?
because we
anything?
not they
It
mama.
would be good. I mean, to get a. I mean, everybody wants.
I don't
That
want-
might be
Is
his
that,
angle.
is that part of being older?
I should
that
only
we
teach
have
you how to
reach
be.
down and teach these younger people these things? Like,
Well, I mean,
If
not,
you with a man, a younger man, the only thing you should teach him is what you like.
and I like macaroni and cheese, and he
I'm
couldn't
not talking
get it, so I
about
let
that
him
kind
go.
of like.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
My bad.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna teach you what I like, and you better listen.
So we got Dred and got her a young dude. We got the whole debacle with, we never did talk about Jada Pinkett and August Alsina. That whole thing. I'm glad that's over. We don't have to revisit that.
Why
But
don't break
then we
it?
got Stella
Okay.
from who kicked it off. She went to
How she
Jamaica,
got her groove
groove back,
But
and
look what
brought
kind of
him
groove
back.
she got.
But she married him though, right?
But then he was gay.
But then look at her.
He
But
was.
look at the type of, we don't know her personally, but she was considered a successful woman, right? Wasn't she going through something? I don't remember.
that
Terry
Terry
McMillan. She's very
Right,
successful.
yeah, right. But I'm saying
Successful,
a successful woman. So if we talk about the mental state or the emotional state of a woman, you got an average woman who maybe just every day to a woman who could successful
lady
in
from
different works
but
in different rooms.
let me-
You know what I mean?
Let's
There's
think about
another-
this. She's from the Bay Area also. So that's another.
Are you saying the men in the Bay Area?
No, I'm saying like some of us women in the Bay Area, the kind of men we might. Because have you ever just? I mean, I'm a big fan of hers. I've read almost every book. I won't listen to her audios because she got the worst reading voice out there in the world, Craig. Because she talk. I mean, the way she talk and read her
She
books.
talk
Is,
like she look.
Oh,
That can be a that wasn't meant to be a
I
bad
think I'm gonna take a
thing or
sip on
an
that.
I didn't even have no more sip to take, but I had
oh
to.
Lord.
There's some more.
I had to because she just said
There's
she
some more.
said y'all see her the way she said that, huh? I know.
I didn't say it wrong. Let me apologize.
No,
'cause I
you ain't
didn't
gotta
say it
apologize.
wrong.
Kenny, your face you was like did you hear? When you do editing playback, I want you to look at her face. Put something under there. Can't
Don't-
be like
She said right,
No,
exactly.
I didn't mean it like
Okay.
that.
I'm just, no, because the
But
way you
this
said
is true.
Kenny, look,
Same
I'm
with them.
okay, when we watch it back, this is how you was. You was like, she said how she look. And I'm thinking about how she look in my hair like, you right, girl.
Ooh.
You thought it and she said it. She said.
That
She
was
said,
very
we
nice.
said,
It's
Mommy.
National History's Women's
A black
It's National Women's History
Month.
Month this month, so I definitely don't want to talk bad or down to anybody. And I didn't really mean it like that. It's just
So we're not gonna talk bad about women.
I just
this
feel
month.
like her voice
Yeah,
matches.
they get one
You know,
more.
something
That's
like
it.
Miss Chalet, right? Miss Chalet
Oh,
don't
that's-
sound like how she
Yes,
looks.
how she's. Yeah.
So you know, it was
Oh.
like you see Miss Chalet, but then when she
maybe
sings,
it's good
or
she
when
don't
talks,
sound like she looks.
You know what I
She-
mean?
she
So I
said, yeah.
didn't mean it like that.
Okay,
I was
why
just
did we
like,
use
you know,
her,
she
though?
sound like how she
Because you
looks.
know I have a
Because
bad.
Miss Chalet don't sound like how she
You know,
looks.
I
So
don't even like her
I
no
didn't
more.
mean it negatively. I
Why
just-
you don't like her? What she do?
She liked her, but she came to
I-
perform.
She
and,
came to perform
and
and
left.
and then she left and her little voice and her little hot. Oh, sorry. Allegedly, I'm just saying what the news be saying.
So unprofessional.
I learned that from. So since we talk about everything on this, we got to talk. What did y'all watch the Wendy Williams?
I
haven't
have
seen
not
it
had a
yet.
chance to yet.
I haven't seen it yet. You seen it?
Did you watch it?
I saw a clip and she looked bad. I was just like, what's wrong? But then they told me she had Bruce Willis disease and
Well, it's
some people saying that's her karma that
Bruce
she
Willis,
deserves.
the actor. You got his own disease named after him?
So he had this disease that
He got a form,
just
yeah, he got
came
a
to
form of
life.
dementia, but
Oh,
he can't
a rare
talk.
must be.
no, he can talk.
No, Bruce Willis, no.
He just was talking on his happy
said he
can
can
talk
he's
a little bit.
nonverbal.
He can talk a little bit. He can.
A little bit. He talk a little bit.
He has, so basically it's a form of dementia.
What is it called?
It's not
Bruce
talking.
Willis.
They told me he couldn't talk.
Oh no, he
My
can talk because they had a
article
video of him and he was singing happy birthday.
Was it recent?
Yeah. His daughters, I follow his daughters and stuff. They post them all
Or
the
was
time.
he ad-libbing?
No, he wasn't. You could hear his voice.
Because eventually he's not going to be able to talk, right?
So he has like a form of dementia. They're saying on the I watched the Wendy Williams 2-part special. She has it too, but it's
From alcohol.
Alcohol triggered it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming out more the more she drinks. It's like how sometimes you have something that's dormant inside you,
Right.
and then something can trigger it. Alcohol triggers it for her. Like she turns into this whole different. I was just the whole time I'm watching it like, why did they record this? Like, even the producers were asking the people like, do y'all see something different? Like she sent them around the Wendy Williams building street in New York looking for a smoke shop. They kept coming to the same smoke shop. She kept saying that's not it. And I was like,
Uh-oh.
That
was it.
It wasn't.
Mm.
She was like, take me past the Wendy Williams. They was like, we just took you past there.
It was talking for me.
She wanted to be famous. She wants to be known. They stood her one part. Y'all gotta watch it. They stood her. They took her to LA and put her at the her star, and she was just sitting there lonely.
Nobody else was there?
No, and then people was coming up to her. They was like, Wendy Williams, and she was like, it's me. Then they took her to like NBC studio, and then she went to talk, and she kept she had to take her shoe off to show her feet. Stop showing her feet to people.
What's wrong with her
Wow.
No, she got that. She got something in her feet, but she only got like 5% of her feeling. I forgot what it's called, but her feet look like big. Her feet are huge.
Is that why she
Like the
had the
Elephant
gorilla
Man or
boots on
something.
at one time? I think
That's
somebody
all
took
she
a picture.
wears,
She
them
had these
gorilla
big old
boots.
fur
That's what she wears.
boots on.
Her feet are
Oh.
huge.
It's like
She
Sasquatch
she
boots.
doesn't really have feeling in them. It looks
What
like
is that? What? Filling? Cartilage or something?
like she can't. I think she said she can only
Oh,
feel like.
feeling.
So I'm gonna tell you what it feel like.
She can't
I'm
feel
gonna
it.
say it. Y'all gonna hate me right
Numbness.
now.
You said
Let me tell you what her feet look like.
cartilage.
Her feet look like an uncircumcised penis.
Huh? You can pull the skin back over.
You have
That's
to,
a, yeah, I need a little
explain-
visual on
You have to
that
explain
because
that. I wasn't even ready
my
for that.
mind like penis and
What?
feet. I never would have put the two together.
What is a
Like,
you got-
uncircumcised foot looks like?
Like an uncircumcised penis, a dick in the bag.
So
dick
she
in the
has
bag.
extra skin
Look, I'm looking
on
at-
her feet?
Yeah, it look like she got a feet in the bag instead of a dick. Like you
I
can
wonder
pull
if
back
you
the
said-
skin on it like the. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a 18 and up kind of program.
You gotta put that caption there for mature audiences only.
Well, we have that on our when you subscribe to our channel. It says that we
Okay.
because with my mouth you never know what you might get.
She has to pull the skin back.
You want me to Google it for you? I'll Google in between. I
polish
don't
her
do
So
it.
toes.
how does she put her socks and
She don't. She wear them fur boots that you've been watching her wear.
Wow.
She went just pulling them boots on, and she wearing them big furry. I mean, her feet. She just
So where's all the skin going?
it's on her feet. The same place where they
my,
put that penis
pulling
stuff.
my skin. So that means I have a bunch of skin
Well-
and I have to pull
Well,
it back.
I don't know if it's really all that skin you have to pull, but I'm saying that when you look at it, that's what it reminds me of.
Oh.
When I've seen it on, because I'll never want to see that in person.
Ooh, hunted.
Ooh, I do.
Yeah, that's kind of
It look like
dramatic.
it look like a dick in the bag.
But it's her foot.
It's
You know,
her
I've
foot.
never seen one of those in real life.
Oh, what?
I've seen one of those.
Circumcised penis?
I've seen one on porn.
Oh,
before,
I
and
have.
That's like so like
I've never seen.
I never wanted one of
Really?
those.
Oh, I have.
I feel like
Nice.
y'all don't do that to y'all kids. That's not right. And somebody was like, "Well, you just gotta pull it back and clean it." I'm
Between
not
the
cleaning
penises in the bag
Yeah.
and the feet and all
No, I know it's a
We
dick in the
got,
bag,
like-
not even a penis. It's a dick.
That's like a dildo.
We
A dildo in the bag.
are coming to the end of our first session of She Said We Said. We have this beautiful, wonderful young woman, Jamese, here. Before we tap out and move on, because you're gonna stay for Candy and Cat Chat, right? So before we do that, I still want you to again mention your business. Let them know what you do. Yeah, and then
Tell them what
I'll
today
let.
is.
Oh, what's today?
So today is, as we all know, is St. Patrick's Day.
Is today St. Patrick's
It's
Day?
St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I didn't
And she ain't been drinking that much either.
Yeah, so this is me. I'm just naturally like this.
Yes.
So, but actually, it's also my firstborn grandson's birthday.
Aww.
Yeah.
Do they call you? Do they call
They
you
call
grandma?
Tell her.
Nana.
Nana.
Got a couple songs named after me.
Okay.
Check it out.
Yo, Nana.
Ooh, Nana. Okay, and we all have. I'm teaching them the songs, and we all dance.
You
to
teaching
my,
them the songs?
Oh yeah, this is my son. It's not a song. Hey. But yeah, he made 10 today, and I want to give him a special shout out to say happy birthday, Carmelo.
Happy
Nana
birthday,
loves
Carmelo.
you, loves you so much, and you know I would be there, but they won't let me see you. But because you know I've been there for every birthday celebration, but you live 30 minutes away,
Now
and
wait,
it just
now
hurt.
we got we was getting ready to cut. Is that a whole nother subject? Why you can't see him?
Well, because I had loaned my dad and my stepmom $10,000 years ago, and they didn't want to pay me back, and so I got it back, and they're mad at me because I got the money back that they had promised to pay me back, and so in retaliation they will not let me see my grandson. So I have 2 grandsons. It's Carmelo and Valentino. So yeah, that it's been painful to not be able, because I love my grandkids.
Yeah.
Oh, they turned me from Godzilla to Barney. You know what I'm saying? It's a different level of love.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
and
a
I'm
whole different.
yeah, and I
don't tell you that.
they
but
don't.
that
It's
is.
a different level. Oh my gosh,
It's like you love your kids, like
Yeah.
you're so in love with your kid. But my and I think that's where you get that. We get that where you're not like, well, why the hell we get in trouble?
Yeah.
Because I see with the girls, like stuff that my daughter cooked when she was like,
Yeah.
I didn't do this, and me and Lil Will didn't do. Yeah, but it's different. It's like a different that love.
Yeah.
I mean, I love you, but it's like that love. You just be like, I don't know. It's like your second chance at stuff you miss with your kids.
Yeah,
probably.
because you're in that survival mode. When you're
Yeah.
raising kids, you're in a survival mode. But when them grandbabies come,
They
you're
look
like,
hard.
whatever you
And even
like.
now, like,
That's a great
Yeah.
picture.
You know?
Look
And
at
yeah,
Yeah.
my granny used to say, I was like,
Yeah.
them kids is run. You just let them run over you, and I do. I mean, to be honest, they do. They run my life,
Okay.
and they can.
Mhm.
And I really don't. You know, I yell at them,
Yeah.
but I just want to. You just want to love them.
You do.
And you can give them back. So it's like,
yes, honey, give. Okay, go on with your
My
mama.
grandkids,
Okay, I love you.
Mwah.
Okay.
Honey,
then your
child,
mommy
yes.
and daddy got. I be packing them up. Wait, Red came over. She said, "Can I have chocolate?" I said, "Yeah." When you go home, can you put it in my bag? Yep.
Uh-huh.
I'm buying all kind of kids. Take it
See you
all.
on your way.
Either let your granddaddy or go with your grandma.
Yeah,
The other grandma.
exactly.
Go
Right.
with your dad. Yeah.
Love you.
I went shopping for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. I bought all kind of candy at Walmart. Like, you know, they bags, girl. Take it all. Take it all.
Right. Take it all. That's the thing about it's just such a beautiful experience.
It is.
A lot of people aren't able to do it or have not, but just being a grandparent, and we still fly, and we still, you know, young in our prime, and then be able to see what our children produced.
Yes.
That's a third generation right there. And so that's just a blessing, and I hold true to that. You know, and not being denied to be a part of my grandson's life is very hurtful. But that might be another topic.
That is
But,
another topic.
Yeah, but I just want to
Sorry
give a
to
shout
hear
out to him. And you know, Nana's rapping your colors. Nana is St. Patrick's all the way, all
Do
day.
anybody
from
know
my
what
head to
St.
my
Patrick
feet.
mean? You know what I mean? Ruth?
It's the Irish
What
Day.
is
I think it's liberation for the Irish
Is
people.
it liberation for the Irish
Is it?
people?
Something like that.
What is it?
Mhm.
Oh.
Celebration, like almost, I don't know. I never paid attention. I don't celebrate. all that.
You just
I didn't
eat
even
corned
know
beef
about
and cabbage?
You eat the food? It's corned beef and hash.
Yeah, it's corned beef and
hash,
cabbage.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
corned
it's
beef and
not hash?
cabbage.
Oh, it's
no,
hash,
not
yeah.
hash.
Oh, it's hash?
It's corned
Corned
beef
beef
and
hash.
cabbage.
It's called corned beef
Wait,
hash.
you sure
Is
we
that
ain't-
what it's called?
Wait.
I think it's called
Yeah,
I
corned
think,
beef
I
hash.
think, I think,
Okay.
I think brown people we done took their holiday and made the cabbage our thing.
Right.
I don't know if they were supposed to be cabbage. I think it is corned beef and hash.
Yeah,
What
but
is
it's
it
okay.
mixed
Yeah, but
together?
it's corned beef and cabbage. Oh, so just the corned beef.
I think the corned beef is
Well,
their
what's
thing.
hash?
But we put cabbage.
You know, you see
That's
that?
the hash that come in the can that you know my granny used to eat.
Yeah,
Oh,
from
no.
remember it was on
Corned
Harlem
beef
Nights, and
hash
he was
by
like, you want some of
Cornell.
that
So is
hash?
it corned beef and hash, or is it corned beef hash? Like it's a thing together.
Look, this is why we got Google.
I don't know, but if the ingredients are corned beef and cabbage.
Do they eat cornbread with that?
No, that
I
is
think
a
we
brown
would.
thing.
I think we would.
We would. I think we
So is
just
it like a
added
goulash or something?
No,
It's like a little stew, like you know how you mix meat with like
It's a
smoked
stew.
turkey.
Okay, so it's
with
a
your
stew.
with your cabbage or with your greens,
So
like
it's a
that.
stew. Okay.
It's like a stew.
I
I guess
just
it's-
never-
it might
I
have-
St.
never-
Patrick's Day food.
I know they drink. I never really paid attention to the food.
Yeah.
I did not know it was St. Patrick's Day. Not as.
See, me either, but it's all of my
Okay, so
grandchildren
this
have
is corned beef
celebratory
and
birthdays.
cabbage.
Okay.
Okay, what else is in there?
What is it?
I want to say Patrick's Day food. Well, anything green. Corned beef sandwiches, green beer, green donuts.
You said anything green. Corned beef is green?
That's what.
No,
this
cabbage
is.
is green.
Cabbage is green.
Corned beef is like a roast.
And then
Okay.
you have the hash.
The beef, it's a beef.
Okay.
But it has a very acquired taste.
And
Where
then
they get
Irish
that beef
beer
from
and
then? Because
stuff.
we got cows out here, but I don't see corned beef hash around here.
No,
maybe
hash
it's
is
from,
something
maybe
different.
it's from Ireland.
What's the hash? Did you tell me what the hash was?
I didn't even know it was called hash. I just called it corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef. Well, let me
What's
see
the
what hash
hash?
is. Corned
These little-
beef.
They got this is why I gotta sit this summer out because I've been eating snacks and I just cannot shake this weight. But this got little sprinkles in it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and they're themed St. Patrick's Day, but this is for you, Carmelo. We're gonna have a Rice Krispie treat. You know, none I would buy you a cake.
okay,
But
so
since
this
I
is
can't
what
be
hash
there,
look like.
We got the Rice Krispie treats. So
When I think
salud.
hash, I think potatoes.
You had to have one. Everybody gonna have to have a Rice Krispie
Okay.
Is it
treat.
potatoes?
Oh,
It's
I
like
think
potatoes.
it's potatoes, and it's gone.
Like hash brown. You want one, Ruth?
Yeah, that's what she was making on Harlem Nights. Remember when she was in the kitchen before she saw
She
people?
I thought she was
It
talking
was
about hash
hash.
brown.
It was
Hash
hash.
browns.
It was
Okay,
corned
so
beef
hash is
hash.
Hash brown.
Yeah,
You like
so
hash
that's not
brown.
cabbage and corned beef.
Well, I
Corned
don't
beef
know.
hash.
See, that's why I'm.
You
So
have to
did
take this
anybody
one
cook it
offline.
today?
I would, but he don't. I would if I had my grandson. I would make it for him every year until he liked it.
So is hash just hash browns?
That's what
It's
I thought.
potatoes mixed with the corned beef,
Mm-hmm. That's
and
what
they
I
call
thought.
it corned beef hash.
So
I learned
hash browns
something
with the
new
corned
today,
beef, basically.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that's good too. Corned beef hash is good.
My
Depends
grandma
on
used to make corned beef all the time because it's that beef
I've
with
never
the
had corned
seasoning
beef.
on
and
the
the
outside.
little yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I've never
Yeah.
had corned
Yeah.
beef, and when I go
Yeah.
to the grocery store, I never see corned beef sitting out nowhere.
They got
Do you ever see corned beef?
Only
sitting out?
around this time of the year they
So
have a
where
whole
is it
pack-
the rest of the year?
It
That's
ain't
what I'm
not-
saying.
no.
And where is the meat coming from?
It's Island. That's why it's only once a year because it's from Island.
But they got the cows all day. I'm really being serious.
I know you being serious. This is when
'Cause
you
I'm-
start talking to people, when you have conversations, you be thinking like, let me say it real quick. The reason I know this is because somebody, my diva, asked me this question. I've been trying to have her eat oysters. And when you watch this, you go, no, I'm talking about you. She gonna say, I said, yeah, you want to eat some oysters with me? We at the restaurant. I love me some raw oysters on the half shell. She said, I got a problem, diva. I said, what's the problem? He said, so, where did Boo Boo go?
Oh Lord.
I said,
That's like the
she
hen.
said,
In that.
she said, how you clean it? I said, girl, I ain't never even thought about that. Like,
That's a good question.
Right, you killed the vibe.
you killed the whole vibe. I said, forget it. I don't even want none today. Because I didn't think about it, because you don't clean it. Because just think about it. You put them on when you put them on the, when you put them on the half shell, like even if you put them on the grill, they open and then you eat. We just pop them open and start eating them.
Yeah,
There's no cleaning of them.
yeah.
So I don't know what they did in their shell. I'm just eating whatever they got.
Yeah, it's all in one. It's everything.
It's like the clams.
It's part of it.
Well, I
I'm
hope
just
you have
saying.
been informed.
And if
This
we
has
all
been
know,
another
please
episode.
put it in the comment when y'all watch
She
our
said, we
episode.
said, what?
If y'all know more about the hash brown, where, yeah, if you want to know, it's like, where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Where in the world is corned beef hash? 11 months out the year.
It's a
Because all the cows are still here, so why are we not making it? She was really serious about it. I'm like, you right. Where is it?
Right.
Where is it, y'all? Put it in the comments. We gonna bring it up on the next episode
Really
after y'all
wanna
watch
know.
this. When we get the answers, we gonna bring it up on the
It's your
episode.
phone.
It
Yeah.
is, I know.
So we thank you for joining us. She said we said beautiful guest Jamese. Happy birthday to the baby boy. St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, we love you.
We
Valentino.
will be back. Deuces.
Bye. Thanks for having me.